already spawning top right side here of Radeon as blue Zerg. From China, we have Fengzi.
And his opponent spawning in the bottom right, we have the Professor Hawk. Overlord's going in the same direction, so nobody's going to have that early scout advantage.
Yeah, that's always nice. You know, you never really want to see one Zerg have a big advantage early on set versus another just by scout pattern.
Yeah, and it is a big advantage, right? If you get the first scout and they don't, it's actually pretty huge, I think.
Sure. Hawk is definitely a player who has a large repertoire of builds for every matchup, including ZZZ. I wouldn't be surprised for him to call out and go something like a 12 hatch expand game 1, to be honest with you.
I could see him doing something like that.
Yeah, he's not a man of half measures, you know. he's not gonna go for the 12 pool. He's gonna go for 12 hatch, if anything.
So he's definitely not a 12 pool guy, huh?
No,
we do see that drone moving up, and it is going to be a 12 pool. So I feel like Machine just lied to me.
Man, you're right. I totally jinxed him. Oh no, that commentary.
And it is against the 12 hatch too, so that's
I know, dude. I feel fucking terrible. Normally this is me. I 12 pool, hoping to run up against 9 pool, and I get 12 hatched in every freaking major like Zerg I face in a tournament. I don't know why. But yeah, this is not ideal. I'm not sure what the second drone's doing here for Hawk. That is a weird position for a second hatch.
That is kind of odd. Typically you would just put it below your hatchery for like slightly better mining, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be a Ling play is my guess.
It has to be. Yeah.
But still, this is just an odd one. I said he had a large repertoire.
That's true. You did warn us that he would pull out some weird stuff potentially, and yeah, we're starting off with something a little bit odd for sure. Gonna be this 12 pool double hatch. I guess it is gonna be the lair though, so we're not gonna be full committing to the Lings. But yeah, going back to what you said, you know, the 12 pool, I've mentioned this before, even on this cast. You know, I kind of dabbled with Zerg a little bit before, and I got to A rank, but it's because I played like 12 ZVZs, and I won 11 of them because I went 12 pool and they all went 9 full speed. Like, so I'm kind of the same as you, yeah. So I was like the fakest A rank Zerg you've ever seen before. But it's just 12 pull against 9 pull just feels like such a good advantage. But the only thing is, and I did run into 12 hatch once, it feels almost unplayable playing 12 pull against 12 hatch. It's very, very hard to play out of that.
I mean, I know we're supposed to hype this game up, but it really is. Like, it's such a deficit to try to play out of it. And I mean, you see the great Zergs, like they are capable of doing it, but I mean, something needs to happen here. You know, I eventually that second gas always puts the opposing Zerg on a timer.
Yeah.
You know, despite even probably the mineral income advantage that Fengzi got early on here from going this. But yeah, I gotta say, it kind of Hawk though is making all the correct moves here. He's staying on high ground. He didn't really invest in like Sunkens or anything super early on, and he's making a lot of Zerglings. Has the drone count advantage. Man, if anyone could pull off a 12 pool versus a 12 hatch, it's Hawk here in this position.
And he's actually, so he's hiding these Lings on the backside to make Fengzi think that he doesn't have quite enough Lings, and then he's going to bring them in. But he's realizing that Fengzi has way too many Lings here. That he's probably recognizing at this point, yeah, like, whoa, this was a 12 hatch build or something like that, because there's far too many Lings against my 12 pool.
Hawking's so patient and not putting a Sunken down. That sounds funny, but that is, I mean, definitely a way you can lose these games very easily. Wow, great control from both players. Neither player really getting too aggressive and trying to, you know, take an advantage. I sure hope Fengzi realizes this is a very fast Spire, man. You better do something.
Yeah.
Even Hawk chasing away Fengzi. This is surprising.
This is kind of dangerous, actually, because Fengzi hasn't made a single drone behind this. Or maybe we did make one drone. But it's just been all links behind this for Fengzi. But yeah, I mean, Hawk being able to push him back here. He even did a little bit of a extractor trick, I think, to get one extra work or yeah, set of lings out or something.
Yeah.
So
wow, yeah, they are fighting in the center. It looked like Fengzi was closer to his rally though,
yeah.
so he did take the better of that trade. A little bit of a slip up from Hawk, but still, Hawk, you know, despite the opener, in a very fightable scenario.
Yeah, he's gonna get his mutas out faster, which allows him to kill this Overlord. And that can potentially help him snowball this into a little bit extra. He did bring the mutas back because he's a little bit afraid of Fengzi committing with these lings, because he knows he doesn't have quite enough lings.
Yeah, this is a little scary here for Hawk, but the rallying mutas coming in at just the right time. There are some Zerglings in the main mineral line, though. This is the first danger Hawk's really been in economically, but beautifully dealt with.
Yeah.
I think maybe he got a single drone, and that was about it. So not too bad there.
Yeah, I think he actually didn't lose any drones. Yeah, so very good for Hawk now. Being able to clean that up pretty efficiently. Going to come back and finish this Overlord. And right now he's got a pretty big muta advantage. He does have to worry again about these lings coming back, and he spots them with the Overlord pretty quickly. So these mutas are going to come back. Even some lings coming out to defend. So as long as we don't take damage here, I mean, he is down in eco, right? But he has a pretty big army lead at the moment.
Yeah, that second gas of Fengzi not really able to kick in yet. I mean, the time is now. Hawk's got to go, or this is going to really start to kind of snowball a little bit in Fengzi's favor. But he's got a sizable amount of Zerglings here, and Muta and Scourge. You know, if he were to hit right now, I think he's got a good shot here.
Yeah, it's going to be do or die for Hawk right now. And it's probably just going to be tons and tons of Scourge at this point, I feel like, for Fengzi.
Yep.
Good micro. We don't take any... And neither player actually taking a Scourge hit so far. Gonna get in here and kill these drones that are on this gas.
Yep, Hawk also in the main distracting with, I mean, let's face it, a lot of Zerglings getting in that mineral line. Hawk is really doing it here, man.
He really is doing it.
Yeah, he's diving in. More Scourge rallying in at the perfect time. But Fengzi,
he's got the advantage.
Really has a great control too. Yep, another Scourge connect. Hawk not getting lazy. Still continuing to micro versus these incoming Scourge, but it looks like Fengzi's maybe barely has enough to hold here.
I don't think so.
No, he still has. You're right. Yeah, he's still.
Yeah.
No. Oh man, Hawk, you gotta regroup and go.
Yeah, he's gonna regroup. I mean, he did a lot of damage there, even up the worker count. Fengzi not able to mine that gas anymore, so he's gonna remake these drones to get back on this gas, and that larva being spent on drones, while Hawk is pretty much all-inning with his army here, and gonna catch another Overlord. This could be pretty big if we end up getting supply blocked.
Yeah, that would be massive here. Hawk is steaming across the map with so many Zerglings too. Fair to say, Fengzi does not have the ling count he needs to hold this off. Wow, both players just kind of moving past each other with these Zerglings. And yeah, this is it, man. Hawk going in for the attack here. Muta's diving into the main. There is a counter Zergling timing here from Fengzi, but not before so much damage has already been dealt.
Yeah, the question is how much damage does Hawk take on the other side too. It looks like one drone going to go down. We kind of got a little bit distracted, focused on our Muta micro here. But we're going to take a one worker lead, but our supply lead is like massive. We have so much more army right now for Hawk. He's just been trading really efficiently.
Yeah, it's these Zerglings have really been the key. He's just been getting inside the main of Fengzi, the natural of Fengzi. He's everywhere his Mutalisks are not. And yeah, he's just been trading so well. Here we go. It looks like Hawk's going to try to move in for the killing blow here.
Yeah, and I think this is a good window for it. You know, we've got about a 10 supply lead, so it's mostly in lings, but we do have a slight air advantage as well. And the problem for Fengzi is he's going to have to send these Scourge in as distractions while he tries to kill the lings, but he doesn't really want to be trading his air like that. We did get a Scourge connection there, and I mean, it's so hard to call Muta fights. You can never tell what's going on.
He is closer to his rally, though. 4 Scourge hitting separate Mutas would be massive here. Hawk is forced to back out. Oh, no. Wow, this is looking very scary. Still, though, 5 Zerglings now. He's got to get him on that mineral line, though. Hawk just continues to press here. There we go.
Yeah, a little bit of an unfortunate kind of lapse in attention there. It could have killed several drones, but getting more drone kills. It looks like Fengzi also countering, Hawk and killing a bunch of his drones.
Oh, man, 2 Zerglings killing so many drones of Hawk inside his main. Just yet another counter here from Fengzi, and suddenly Hawk down in workers. Oh, man.
Pretty insane
it looks like
right
Fengzi
now.
Has the Muto lead as well, so this is a little scary. Hawk taking the fight, though. Oh, man. Another Muto does rally in for Hawk, but it looks like just barely Fengzi going to eke it out. Are you kidding me?
That's crazy. What a crazy ZVZ.
That was nuts, man. I mean, Hawk clear advantage. He had it. If it wasn't
what a
for just a
heartbreaker.
couple nuisance countering Zerglings, man.
Yeah, those 2
really,
lings knocked him down from 12 drones to 4. You hate to see something like that, especially because while that was happening, you had those 5 idle lings that could have also been killing drones. Like, I hate it for Hawk on that one.
Yeah, it's just all comes down to execution, ZVZ. It's a pretty simple matchup to understand, but doing it is, something else entirely, man. So well done for Fengzi there. Just kind of, kept a good head about himself, and ended up taking a very close game number 1.
Yeah, just managed the chaos better than Hawk did. That's what it came down to in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so, I mean, things looking pretty good. Unfortunately, again, that was a 12 hatch versus 12 pool.
Yeah.
So maybe if Hawk can, not get the worst end of a build order trade early on, he might be able to close out a series, close out the game a little better. Still, despite that, excellent choice in build order. Still, found himself in the lead for the majority of that game, I'd say. So well done. Alrighty. Looks like both of our players are ready to go, folks. So let's jump into game number 2, Fengzi versus Hawk.
All right. Spawning in the top left, we have our Chinese player Fengzi, starting us off with a 1-0 lead.
And in the opposite corner, spawning as the red Zerg from North America, we have Hawk.
All right. Like you said, maybe if Hawk can get a little bit better of a build order start for him, could work out pretty well for him. Despite the build order last game, he did work some magic and get himself into a great position. But unfortunately, Fengzi, like I said, managing the chaos just a little bit better than Hawk, and going to be taking that game. So hopefully Hawk can bounce back and take us to game 3. I mean, I'm not going to hide it. My heart's with Hawk on this one. He's a good friend of mine too, so...
Oh, for sure. I mean, such a legend in, like, the North American scene, right? He's kind of, like, been the GOAT Zerg, in North America that everyone else tries to emulate for a little while now. So, always like seeing him do well and know that he's capable of doing well. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a 9 pool here from Hawk.
Oh, no.
Versus the 12 pool from Fengzi. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah.
Oh, man. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. But, Hawk found himself in this situation last time, a little bit of a build order disadvantage. I was just talking about how even I was beating decent Zergs with my crappy Zerg with this build order, but Hawk obviously a lot better than me. But the problem is his opponent also much, much better than me. So, yeah, we're going to see how Hawk tries to navigate his way out of this one.
Yeah, Fengzi no slouch, but I mean, it's not like it's an unplayable scenario here. Hawk will have advantages. If it is, hopefully a Spire first or a Lair first, which it is, Hawk will, at least know that he should have the faster Mutalisk and kind of put Fengzi on a timer there. Still, like we were talking last game, it is such a big advantage to have just a second base and hold on to it if you're Fengzi.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. yeah, we'll see how Hawk wants to navigate this. He's going to be looking for as much damage as he can get. The big moment for Hawk is going to be when his mutas come out, right? And the kind of pressure that he gets done with the mutas. Because Fengzi, most likely, if we get in that scenario, it's going to be Fengzi trying to get his spores up and just getting that big gas advantage like you were pointing out. And it's going to be about whatever chip damage Hawk can get and see if he can get an advantage back, like get the game back in his favor from that damage.
For sure. I mean, there's also the very real possibility that, you know, Fengzi could just run him over. Second hatchery, more larva, speedling. Always a dangerous scenario to be in if you're Hawk, given the 9 pool versus 12 pool expand styles. Hawk is going for the Zergling speed variation of like a 9 pool opener. You know, some Zergs will forego that for an additional muta if you're going 9 pool Spire, but no, Hawk wants to be out on the map, wants to be aggressive. He's doing a really good job not overcommitting so far, but forcing some lost mining time from Fengzi. But now Fengzi definitely has the numbers advantage. Oh no, and the faster link speed.
Okay.
Ooh,
Hawk does at least finishes, but he's kind of at a little bit of a bad angle, might lose at least one lane here. Did Fengzi go for speed before layer them?
He did, yeah.
Okay, that's kind of crazy because usually when I see 12 pool, it's layer before speed, right? Because you're going to be behind on the muta timing already.
You can alter it and then go for like spores instead of fast spire.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure. It's different.
But yeah, we're at there's two different stages of the game whenever you have the 12 pool versus 9 pool. There's the stage that you were talking about where the extra lings from Fengzi kick in and Hawk has to play defensive, and then there's the mutas come out where Fengzi has to play defensive.
Yeah,
but Fengzi gonna be making a lot of drones behind this.
Yeah, he really is. He's just fully committed to droning up at the moment. We see that Evo chamber go down to be part of the wall off here at the natural. He's definitely going spores. So yeah, Hawk, you know, should have map control for the foreseeable future once these mutas come out.
Yeah, he's gonna have map control, but I'm really worried about the eco difference. I mean, Fengzi's got such a nice drone count already that making these spores isn't going to hurt as much as it normally does hurt, right? Because, like, a lot of times Zerg is continuously pumping lings to try and stay alive against the mass ling from the 9-pole player, but because he got to make so many drones behind this, he's actually going to stay ahead in economy very easily while getting the second base up and running.
Very true. It's a great spot to be in for Fengzi. I actually really favor this position. I try to go for this off of 12 pool expands versus 9 pool pretty often, so yeah, it's just easy. You don't have to control much. Make some spores thrown up. He's also still got a Zergling counter potential, you know. But actually Hawk being very smart about sending his Zerglings out on, not sending them out in lower numbers and trying to kind of retain them for now.
I think Hawk's going to drop his own expansion behind this, which he pretty much has to do, right? The problem is he's not really going to find any damage. Like, the spore placement from Fengzi is pretty much perfect. There's not a single, like, anything sticking out that Hawk can attack without getting shot by a spore. Maybe this gas on the top left.
Yeah, maybe. Even then, I think he has to dive in a little bit, even attack thing. But very well done here from Fengzi.
Yeah, not looking good for Hawk this game. Fengzi just happily mining. I mean, Hawk is doing what he needs to do to try to catch up, right? But he's just going to have such a big deficit. We have the mutas already on the way for Fengzi. By the time Hawk is mining this gas, Fengzi will have been mining a second gas for a very long time. So even though Hawk had the initial, you know, extra gas from mining a little bit sooner, Fengzi easily going to overcome that with his second extractor.
Hawk is trying to get his own second extractor running here. I mean, he has been able to bank quite a bit of gas, and, you know, other than the minimal mutas initially, he droned this about as well as you possibly could.
Yeah.
The question is, you know, will Fengzi risk going for a counter timing and hoping that Hawk, you know, has done just this? Because, you know, there's no spores on Hawk's side of the map, no matter what. Hawk will need the Muta count necessary to defend versus however many Muta Fengzi has. So he's really got to get on this Muta production immediately. And here we go. It's another round of drones. Yeah,
That's
it's just too many
very,
drones.
very greedy. Yeah. Looking like too much greed. This is a lot of units coming across. We have nothing in production really for Hawk. He's going to try and desperately squeeze out a couple Scourge now, but we're down on the link count, we're down on the Muta count, and there's Scourge here. So if Fengzi commits, I mean, there's a 9 drone count. It's great, right? If we weren't about
Yeah.
to die.
Yeah. If this game went on a little bit longer, we'll hear for Hawk. Hawk still going to control, backing up versus this wave of Scourge. Oh, big connections, though, for Fengzi. Wow, great targeting. Well done there. GG is called out from Hawk. And looks like Fengzi going to take the series